So I decided to join the financial coaching training program because I was already working with people in some capacity and helping them with their money, but I was making it up, to be honest. I didn't really know what I was doing. I knew I was helping, but I had absolutely no sort of structure or specific knowledge around coaching or anything like that. And I felt like to really be able to best serve clients and to be able to work with people one to one, I felt like I wanted, even just for myself, like more knowledge around the financial coaching part and also coaching skills. My favorite part of the program was, I find the way that our brain works and like the psychology behind how we spend and, you know, our financial decisions so interesting. But I definitely don't think I could be where I'm at as a coach had I not had the training sessions, like where I got to practice with people, because that's where I learned so much, especially from other people. So when I was being an observer and I was able to taking a back seat and watching the way that a coach was interacting and the way that people were, like, the questions and different things that I would have picked up on, I learned like so much. And then even when I was then practicing, because it felt like such a safe space because everybody joined at a similar time, they're all in a similar place, you didn't feel like, you know, you were the dumb one, or you didn't know what you were doing, or like the group was so supportive. And I felt like those practice sessions really set me up to be able to actually be more confident having my own clients. The program absolutely has changed my own relationship with money, because I feel like I went from, before I invested in the program, that was a massive decision for me anyway. And I realize now that I look back at it, where my money mindset was at and how I felt about money was affected massively by like my parents, and then my dad being self-employed and me attempting to run my own business and go self-employed. I had a really poor view of kind of what that could look like for me. So I think through the program, I was really able to unpack that. And it allowed me to have a much healthier relationship with making money and like running my own business. So I have set up my own podcast talking about sort of the practical, emotional and spiritual sides of money. I do a lot of speaking events. So like I've been on panels, or I've hosted my own in-person events, which is really cool. I work with clients one-to-one, and I also have recently set up a program, like a mini course to help teach people how to invest. So before I started the program, I was working full-time in a job, and then I graduated and now I am full-time. So running my own business full-time, which is so exciting. So being someone who came from a non-financial background, it actually in some ways benefited me, because I was able to view it from a very different lens. I know a lot of other people maybe viewed it from a practical point of view, whereas I was able to really focus on the emotional and kind of the relationship side without worrying about the kind of advisory side. So for me, it went from not even being sure if the course was right or the program was right, because I didn't have a financial background, to actually it making no difference and actually being really, really helpful. I would recommend the financial coaching training practice to anyone, especially if you don't have a financial background, because you, first of all, you don't need it, and secondly, you learn so much about yourself and your own style. Like I feel like I really adopted my own style doing the program, and also like you realize it's so much more than just that, like because there's such a focus on the emotional side. So yeah, I would recommend it to all and anyone.